All right, we are live. Awesome. Well, welcome to my phone down here. The only time people call is when the phone is on. I think that was Joe Capraro coming in. All right, so real quick, welcome today. We're excited today. We have a few things and some kind of we'll celebrate the life of a coach of mine. But welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by myself, Victor Rocho, and Byron Jones. We are live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Byron is in Virginia. Where part of Virginia?
Williamsburg.
He's in Williamsburg, Virginia. A lot of history over there in Williamsburg, Virginia. And please, today is July 7th, 2021. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sportscast and all your channels, YouTube, Periscope, and iTunes. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Jersey Boy Sports Talk on iTunes. Leave a rating. It'll help Byron and I out a lot. You'll be able to listen to us and some of our friends that call in, be able to listen to yourselves and the things that we talk about. We always have great topics and great guests. You can also visit us on the sportscast.net. This is brought to you by the Sportscast. Follow them also on Twitter at the Sportscast1. They're constantly tweeting about whatever sports are going on, whether it's soccer, the NBA playoffs, hockey, football. Join in with them. They always have a lot of people making some great comments. Check they also have an iOS app. When I say they, it's we. We're on the same network. Please go to the Apple Store and leave them a good review as well. All righty, we're streaming live on Facebook and live on YouTube every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And we have our regular guest host, our producer, and the head of the network, the Sportscast, Santiago Leon. Welcome, Santiago.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Byron Jones. Great to be here. Looking forward for tonight. Obviously, a lot going on in sports. We got the NBA championship going on, and of course the Euros. So a lot of soccer and basketball. And then if you want to throw in Wimbledon, that's also going on.
Yeah, we'll throw that. We may throw that a little bit in there. Byron, you're now in Virginia, complaining about the heat in Virginia.
It's hot, man. That's all I can say. It's been hot like the last 3 days.
Yeah, how hot is it? How hot is it compared to Philly? The last time I talked to you in Philly, you were dying.
It's hotter here than it is in Philadelphia.
I just think it's you.
Nah, man. I'm old, man. Old people, man, don't like the heat like that.
I saw that latest picture of you, bro. I'm dying to see you in spandex.
Nah, not in this heat. Nah.
By the way, I echo the words your sister said. You are a great man. You're probably the nicest, biggest dude I've ever met in my life. So I am honored to be your friend, fellow Panther, and co-host with you on our show. So happy birthday!
Hey, at least somebody's saying that. The 25 years that I worked in law enforcement and everything. It's a big old long trail of people that would never say that about me.
Well, Benny too. Benny is like all you law enforcement guys are just don't like people.
No, I like people. I just don't like bad people.
No, I think you get like Santiago, I mean, I know you haven't been in law enforcement, but I always like those law enforcement shows. I don't particularly like secret service or security or bodyguards, and like the movie with Whitney Houston, The Bodyguard. Remember, when they always don't want you to get personally attached to the person you're protecting, right? So it's no different than unfortunately in the fights that I've had in my life. Thank God I didn't have, wasn't around, someone, a girlfriend or something that you can't worry about someone else when you're in the middle of trying to, protect yourself. You understand? I don't want to have to turn and look around and worry about like the three of us got into something. I don't want to worry about Santiago. I'm trying to take care of business. You know what I mean? Not that Santiago needs it. I'm just giving you an example, right? So what happens is I just think, my opinion, because I don't know, you know better than me. I just think once you get in law enforcement, you start just really like detaching yourself from people because you're always on the look. You know what I mean? You're not sure what their intentions are. You're not, think about it, even growing up in Perth Amboy, I walk in any place, I'm casing the place. I'm seeing where the problem guy is. I want to get out. If there's an issue, I'm going to sit somewhere else. Still old school Jersey. I like my face. I like sitting with my back against the wall, facing the door.
Same thing. I still do it.
Okay, so this is certain characteristics. I think just nature of protection. Anyhow, we can go in a little bit further than that, but it's hot for you in Williamsburg, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So look, today's show it's been a little bit challenging, and hopefully we were hoping to have Joe Capraro on. Well, today I just want to spend some time because I was trying to get some of my alumni from Uppsala College, a private college up in East Orange. Vikings, for all us Vikings out there. I played 4 years. Byron coached there when I was my senior year. And Dr. Vincent Capraro is from Woodbridge, New Jersey. He passed away at 82. He also, my understanding is he also had his last several years of his life was really, really rough. Like his wife was telling me when the doctors like looked at his records, they couldn't believe how he endured that kind of pain between Parkinson's, between just back operations, between a whole bunch of stuff. And, he was a very humble guy. So he had a private service for the family. And then they had a memorial that I was supposed to fly up to, but due to all the delays and cancellations with American Airlines, it was terrible. But, Coach Capraro, I was going to another college and something happened and I was able to get in, not get in, but I was able to walk on over there at Uppsala. And then from, my freshman year, and particularly my sophomore year, because I thought I was going to leave, he just came up to me and he didn't want me to, he wanted to make sure I stayed, and I stayed, and I had a great career at Uppsala. He coached his wife was also in the music with fine arts. Coach Capraro was loved by a lot of guys, Santiago. I mean, he was Brian and I are from Middlesex County. In Middlesex County, we played in a really tough division. So you had schools like probably schools around here, right? But we had like Perth Amboy, Piscataway, East Brunswick. Byron, help me out.
Edison, JP Stevens, Saraville.
Saraville's where Bon Jovi's from, by the way.
Yep.
So
Woodbridge, where his brother coached at Woodbridge, Frank.
His brother coach Frank Capraro. So, it's been tough just trying to promote us and getting everybody on. So again, I just want to I just wanted to say, Coach Capraro, I know you're looking down. I think hopefully you're proud of the things that I've been able to become, and I just want to say thank you for really being further than me and probably the roughest time, Santiago. My senior year, my parents got divorced when I was 17, so I went from senior year to college, and when you go to college your freshman year, it's kind of hard, right, Byron?
Oh yeah, very hard.
And then you're going through that, and then walking on in this team, and I was already accepted at the other college, and I was already bringing into summer to double sessions, so I kind of had it. I was a little bit better known. So, anyways, Coach Capraro, we love you. If other guys come in, join on. If they come on, we'll talk a little bit further. Byron, you know him a little bit. He's got nothing but good things about him. He's helped everybody. Last thing, he was like a superintendent of the board of schools, so he helped out a lot of teachers, a lot of board of education people. He was very involved in Middlesex County.
Yeah, the teams that he coached, like the JP Stevens, the Edison team, I think won the championship in '76, and they beat up. But he had some teams, man. At Edison, and JP Stevens and his brother, over Woodbridge, they would wear us out. And the only time we got back at these guys, when we played basketball, basketball was our thing, at Perth Amboy. But as far as coaching, with him, the Uppsala, he gave me my first opportunity, to coach, at that level. And, even though, it was a Division 3 level, you had a lot of guys on that team that could have played D1. There was a lot of them. And, some of them had bad, circumstances or whatever, and they ended up there. But you had a lot of guys, man, that could have played, should have and could have played at the D1 level at the school you went to, like yourself.
Like who?
Like you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. So Santiago, I had thanks, Byron. Byron was really supportive my senior year. I made just little kudos. I made the All-Star team 2 years in a row. I led the country as a punt returner as a sophomore. Santiago, I don't know if you knew.
Yeah, and just to piggyback what you were saying, I did some research on him, and he's all over Google. He's definitely known up in the Edison, New Jersey area, well known, and and condolences. And then I was listening to his son last week and 2 weeks ago, and very smart guy, very smart family, very strong, and yeah, condolences to the family.
No, thanks. Santiago liked the show last week, especially when he started laughing when as soon as he goes, well, I'm a Giant fan, I'm a Jet fan, and me and you.
Oh yeah. Oh, why did he bring that up? Oh,
I got to go on our whatever the stream restream Rio because that worked last week, by the way. Yeah, so when he came on, but he also made some good. You also had said Santiago. He made some good comments that I'm a Jet fan, but or were you saying that you had liked?
Yeah, he was saying that he's a Jets fan, but he's a realistic Jets fan. He's not like the other Jets fans that believe they'll go 12-4 every year.
that ain't happening no time soon.
I know. When was the last time that happened?
Decades.
According to the stats, they're in the top 5 of duos, aren't they?
Who?
The Jets.
No way.
Yes,
yeah,
they are. The 3 weeks ago,
quarterback.
the quarterback
Zach
and the
Wilson and the receiver, yeah,
and the receiver, they got them at like in the top 5. They got Tua, and then what's the name in the top 5?
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna finish going over that. You're gonna like this, Santiago. What Byron put together.
I fixed that though. That Zach Wilson with the receivers he has down. Nah.
Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but I don't know, Santiago, if you remember what we were saying is that I'm just looking to get on streaming that it took us to get to the 13th quarterback that was power ranked to get on the list of the top 5 of the duos of quarterback receivers. That doesn't, I don't know about you, but logically that don't make any sense.
No, it didn't.
Santiago?
Interesting. Yeah, no. I didn't listen to that part of the podcast last week, but
well, it was 2 weeks ago. That's what
2 weeks ago. Which is a long time ago. That's like 2 decades for me.
That's still, by the way. Oh, I was watching for Byron. I was gonna text you. I didn't get a chance. I was watching. Okay, I'm here. I'm right. Hello.
I have it open on my end, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So if any chat,
I just put
hello
through.
Okay.
Did you see it?
I saw it. Yeah.
All right. Good. Say hello back. All right. Great. So, real quick, Byron, I was watching the replay of the Tampa Bay and the Chiefs game. And I was thinking about you the other. By the way, go look at Brady's quarterback rating. He was like 80% in the first. I can say whatever you want. They were arguing about this. Is what happened last week. Capraro and him were arguing about if you put any quarterback on the team, they would have won.
I'm going to still stick with that.
Yeah, bull crap. I'm just telling you right now.
Check ahead on that list. Okay, now think about this. Tampa Bay had a top 5 offensive line, right? The number 1 receiver group, right? Number 1 defense. You could put any top 10 quarterback back there and they would have won a Super Bowl. I'm still going to go with that.
Nah, I just
anybody but Brady, top 10 quarterback. No.
Nope. I disagree.
Aaron Rodgers.
Nope. Maybe Aaron Rodgers.
Patrick Mahomes.
Nope.
Patrick Mahomes wouldn't have won a championship with that team.
Nope.
Yeah, okay, you're making your brains out in Florida right now.
Got to Santiago.
So your question is, which other quarterback could win with Tampa?
No, right. They're saying no. That's not which. No. They're see. This is recorded, and I got a phenomenal memory. I'm like, deny, deflect, Mr. Byron Jones. There, okay. No, the statement was you could put any quarterback on that team, and they would have won the Super Bowl.
Patrick Mahomes,
any quarterback is my problem.
Patrick Mahomes
for Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Quarterback.
Yes. What's that?
I would say Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers? I don't know.
I'm back to the guys. Steven Petrosino, a great fan of ours and friend, made the same comment. I mean, you got to remember, there are guys that wouldn't have gone. You're saying all these guys that you're talking about, you know, the only one who didn't score a touchdown, that's not his boy, was playoff Lenny Fournette.
No. Let's dig deep into what you've been saying. Now think about what you're saying. What are you saying? that any quarterback would have been able, get plugged in and play on that team. We didn't say, if they're going to come there because of Gronkowski. All these pieces are there. That's what you keep saying. That I'm saying with the pieces that are there, Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette, and all these guys, you could have put Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers,
But you
Justin Herbert back there, and they would have won the Super Bowl.
All right, well, Santi, I'll let you go.
How about a Matthew Stafford?
Yes, they would have won the Super Bowl.
Wait, okay, so Victor, what's your reasoning? Is it because of the character Tom Brady brings into these teams, or is it?
I don't think that.
Or skill level.
Now I'm listening, hearing Byron, but I don't think that would happen. If I heard Byron right, everything you all you're doing is substituting Brady for another quarterback.
Yeah.
Everybody else on the team stays.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I just think that's not realistic because I don't believe Gronk. I'm gonna tell you.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think Gronkowski would have came out of retirement to play with another quarterback. I don't think Antonio Brown would have been brought to that team, not only because of Brady. I don't know if they would have taken the chance. I think Brady vouched for him and said, he's staying with me. He's going to be under control. And he was sure enough under control. Okay. I don't believe some other, hold on. Go ahead. You can't just move a quarterback. He brought things. The other thing that I think he brought, he brought the rings, man. It's like Riley. When guys come and he's trying to recruit, you know what Riley does? I've heard he just throws out all his rings on the table.
Okay, all right, here.
Well, yeah, I mean, Brady did bring half that team.
In the league right now has even 3 rings.
Yeah, but if Gronkowski hadn't played, you still had Cameron Brake was the number 2 tight end on that team. The other one, O.J. Howard, was hurt. He was first round pick, tight end. Then the guy that's after Antonio Brown, the receiver that he threw that long pass to, I can't think of that guy's name, the 4th receiver after Antonio got the one that went deep.
Mike Evans?
No, it was another guy. He's not even a known guy. He's like the 4th or 5th receiver.
Oh, yeah, the Scotty Miller.
Yeah, there you go, that guy.
Oof.
And put it, don't put it.
That guy can fly, though.
He can fly, man. Yeah, he's like a
4'2", something.
Yeah, like Tyreek Hill-ish.
So you don't get Antonio Brown there, so you replace him with this kid, Scotty Miller. You don't have Gronkowski there, you replace him with O.J. Howard and Cameron Brake. Yes, that's still a Super Bowl team.
I understand it's possibly it's a Super Bowl team. I just don't think they would win.
Okay.
It would be different. I think what Victor's going with, I think it's a character. I mean, skill set, yeah. Bring Aaron Rodgers, but the character, I think the like the will to win. It's like replacing Michael Jordan with Reggie Miller. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah, and your football's over. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. All I'm saying to you is that just think about the players we just mentioned. All of them are going to be Hall of Famers, and the other guys we don't know yet are going to be Hall of Famers. Gronkowski's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Him.
Brown's going to be a Hall of Famer.
No.
Yeah.
Ronald Jones.
Antonio Brown's going to be a Hall of Famer, man. He's got his 2nd Super Bowl, and look at his numbers, dude. His numbers are huge.
He doesn't have top 10 numbers.
Okay, we'll see. All right, well, let's get it. Let's leave that alone. I'm going to leave it alone. That was the question. That was the argument. I'm just saying he brought. Oh, who else was it? The last previous was I don't know. It was Scotty Miller or one of them went to go look at film at like 5:30 in the morning, and he gets there, and guess who's already watching film? Brady. And he's like, oh my God, this is Tom Brady. Like he had this all with these other players, and he just said, hey, come on in here. Let me show you what's going on.
All NFL quarterbacks do that. They're always the first one in the room. Always. Okay. Any team.
All right. Every team has that.
He's undermining Brady.
You're saying that they're in the category of work ethic of quarterbacks in the NFL, they're all par.
All pretty much the same.
I don't die with that. For this. All right, let's get back to this awesome thing that he put together. And then I want to talk. I don't want to forget talking about what time is that. I don't want to forget talking about what we talked about at one time, Brian, real early about the athletes now being able to make money on their names, right?
That's a sore subject.
I think it's good. All right, so look, where were we last? Okay, so here, I think we're in the top quarterbacks, right? The top 25 quarterbacks, top 25 receivers,
I
and
think
top.
all the way to the right. Keep going. There we go. The top groups. There you go.
Ooh, I like this.
Okay.
Mike Evans, number 1.
Okay, so what he's saying is this is the collective. No, number 1 is just how the receivers, they're not in order. I don't think, Byron, it's just the group, right?
Right.
You just like that's one receiver, two
I
receivers.
sent you the one with the tight ends on this too, but I guess you don't have that on there.
Yeah, I do.
You sure?
Right here, what's that say?
No, not there. It was attached to where the other, I had the top 32. I went even further.
So you had this with tight ends.
Yes. Is it on there somewhere?
See it.
There you go, man.
You're gonna get our viewers like dizzy and stuff. 25.
I'm getting dizzy, Victor.
Yeah, me too.
So let's go here. AFC. All right, let's just start in the AFC. So these are the top. What he's saying is the top receiving core. I'm just missing the tight end, so that's easy. We can just get to the tight end piece, right? So, which is pretty impressive. So you got in the AFC, you have okay.
Did you delete it? Okay, right. Wow.
Delete it. Byron, that's how you hide cells, by the way.
I didn't know that.
Oh, really? We learned something new today. Way to go,
Byron.
I'm learning Excel here.
I didn't think the young guy wouldn't know it.
Hey, man, you probably took an Excel course recently.
Byron. All right, so look. So Kansas City, you have, let's just go by the best, first of all. Let's go by the teams. You got Kansas City, Buffalo, Tennessee, Chargers, Ravens. Hey, you got the Steelers up there?
Yes.
Oof. Over Cleveland?
That's pretty high.
That's, I don't know if I agree.
That's pretty high, Byron.
All because of Big Ben. Big Ben's track record is better than Baker Mayfield.
Last Dance.
Not the last. Okay, Carr, Burrow. Look at this. Here's an example. Byron has, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but I'm pretty close. He has the unit of the Miami Dolphins at number 10. They had Tua and Jalen. Was it Jalen or Devontae?
Jalen Waddle.
Yep.
And Jalen Waddle as like number 5 in the top duos. Remember that, Byron?
Yep.
I can see that.
Carson Wentz. I don't know these other guys, but
Ty Hilton, Paris Campbell, great players.
Yeah. Denver Broncos, Houston. Wow. He's got the
Jets where they belong at the bottom.
Yeah, for sure belong
there.
Who
did they have, Byron? They had Zach Wilson, and who was the quarterback? The other receiver, they had it like number 3.
Corey Davis, I think it was.
That was ridiculous. All right. So you got Kansas City. Okay. I don't know about Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what about Pittsburgh. I think
number 2 and number 3 is interchangeable. It could be.
Yep.
I think 10 and 11 are interchangeable.
The culture go higher.
Yeah. We'll see what they got. Okay. So then let's look at the receivers they got. Okay. So look at these guys are stacked. Tyreek Hill. Yeah, we don't even have the tight ends, man. What you do with the tight ends, man?
Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
The tight end's huge, man.
Yep.
Tight end would make it 5, right, Byron? Because most of them have 2 good tight ends, right? So you got
like the
Mahomes
has 2 good. Well, 3 really.
Well, we're on the AFC. So Patrick Mahomes has Kelsey, and he has another guy that's pretty good.
Sure all that stuff is all the way to the right, like to the right, because I know, or the bottom, like bring it down or whatever. Well, I know I put offensive lines on there, so you probably don't have that.
The lower bottom,
like lower bottom,
lower right to right.
I'm putting TE everywhere. There's no.
Got to put uppercase TE. Makes so much of a difference.
Tight end. That's all you guys type tight ends.
Yeah, I know it's other ones on there, man.
No.
You did your usual though, but that's okay.
No, it's not that. It's that you keep emailing it to me instead of putting it in the Google Drive.
Yeah, okay, man. I'm happy to be able to turn the computer on. Come on.
That's my point. You have a Google email and drives me crazy. All right, so let's look at it. And then you got the damn tight ends in the opposite order.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I like this.
Okay,
Travis Kelce. Yep,
we
that's a
take
given.
Kelce. We got Kittles, right? Except you didn't break them down by AFC.
If you
I
had
think
to
he mixed
put
it up.
No. I didn't mix it up. I'm just this is what the first one I sent out. There's a second one that has all this. I mean, with the tight ends from 1 to 32 instead of 1 to 60. Offensive line I put on there. So it's a different one that I do
right.
have.
Let's get into. I'm going to hear your point. I'm going to look for it. While I'm looking for it, you talk about what's your problem with these kids now being able to earn money on their names.
Where do you want me to start?
Just start. I want to hear.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start.
Santiago is like a web developer, the web design. His company does a bunch of stuff, which leads into being able to do it for students in college, right, Santiago?
Oh, so you're talking about college students making money? Okay, go ahead.
Students making money off their name.
Yeah, I do see an issue with that, but we'll have to hear Byron.
And I'm going to look for his so-called email.
I sent it to you. My problem is that these kids are sent to school to what? To go to school, not to go there and make all this money, because they're going to make a ton of money. But then you're going to have the bigger schools are going to have more to offer these kids, the Alabamas, sad to say, Alabama, the USCs, the Ohio States, and they're going to be able to offer a greater incentive for them to come to their school. So now you're going to have like Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a big time player when he's playing at Clemson. So you're going to have him. He's going to be getting all the pub. He would be getting all the pub, making all the money. So me being a defensive lineman or offensive lineman, I'm going to be pissed at this guy, because he's getting more than me. It's going to create a lot of animosity amongst, the teammates, because one's going to get more than the other. That's just the way college kids are. I was like that 17, 18. If he's getting more than me, well, hey, he's getting more than me. Why should I, bust my butt, for this guy, and he's going to get paid, but I'm not. Yeah, and I understand that.
Okay, let me slow that down, because I got to break that down into Byronese. I got to move it down.
That's a good
one. I'm a little confused. I have no idea what the heck you just said. Forget about. We're talking about college.
Yes, I'm talking about college.
Okay? Yeah, not pro.
So you're talking about college. So tell me why is Trevor Lawrence? Why is a defensive end? Why can't you do as much?
It's not right.
Wait, time out. How do you know that? Do you understand the number one person on social media is a woman athlete? She
I understand it.
All of them away. She's not even part of it.
So you're 17, 18-year-old kid. You guys are on the same team. Mm-hmm. You're out there practicing every day like this guy practices. Mm-hmm. But then when you leave practice, you're going to go sit in your room, with no money in your pocket. He's going to go to his room, pull up the computer or whatever he's had, and he's going to all his social media things or whatever you want to call it, and he's going to be making money off his name while you're not. Are you going to be upset as a 17 or 18-year-old kid?
No, I'm going to go knock on it. I'm going to go knock on his door and say, "What are you doing so I can do it?"
You don't.
That don't make. I hear you, but I'm okay with it because I got you. But think about it, Byron. Domino's was started in college, so you're saying if those guys were football players and they started Domino's, that they shouldn't be making money because they were business professionals.
That has not. It's going to create jealousy amongst the team. That's what I'm talking about.
I can see that friction.
Jealous of each. It's going to cause issues with these guys on the team.
All right, man, you really think? Okay, I hear you. It may. Time will tell. But Santiago, I'm gonna let you go right now. But my only question is, Byron, how can that not be happening already? You already know schools that are paying these athletes. You know agents that are paying these athletes, right? You're telling me they're not jealous now either? When he signed with this agent and that agent's giving them this, and they already know who's getting what kind of money.
They don't know what these guys are getting. You might think they're getting something.
You know they're getting more than you're getting. You're getting more than you're getting. Okay, time out. Now, I don't want to. Let's not put Tulsa. I don't want to get Tulsa involved in there. Okay, let's take Alabama. Do you really think that there are not players on Alabama over the last 10 years when they dominated, that there weren't players on the Alabama team that were not benefiting more than others from a financial perspective? Sorry, Justin.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God, it's really hot in Virginia. All right, go ahead, Santiago. What's your problem with it?
Like Byron was saying, I think yes, it will create some friction to it. Will it lose the authenticity of the game? Will it, like he was saying, I think he made a good point. now these schools will have a better record when it comes to recruitment. Like they'll able to get the players they want out in the open, and we could see Alabama and Ohio State stacking up with talent. We'll see how it goes, but it's gonna be hard to reverse that.
That's not true.
But why
I'm telling you, that's not true. You guys don't get it. These guys are making their. You don't get it. You guys don't get it. It's like Excel. You didn't know how to hide Excel. It's social media. Look at go on TikTok or Instagram. The dumbest things you ever see. They got like 600,000 followers.
Right.
Why do you think in the probably going back to the 40s or 50s, they were giving out unlimited scholarships, these teams, the Oklahomas, back in the day, 40s, 50s, up to 60s. And then what did they do? They put a limit on it. So these teams couldn't stack up with all the better players on the team. They made a rule. All right, 90. You can have 90 scholarship guys. That's it.
Right.
Prior to that, you had, the Oklahomas, 150 guys. The Notre Dames, 150, 170 guys. They're going 7, 8 deep. They put a rule in so they would stop the monopoly of, these guys gathering up all the better players. And
so you say that there should be some type of cap.
Okay, so give me an example. Okay, so by the way, I found your sheet and it's totally different.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I told you what.
And you name it the same. So I mean,
but
you gotta be kidding me.
You should put like part 2.
This is the same guy that's telling me about who's gonna make money and thing. Okay, you're a disaster. Okay, I am telling you right now, in my opinion, okay, the people that they can make money on their own names, right? The people, let's say like Devontae Booker, maybe even a Trevor Lawrence. If those guys aren't, if they're going to make their name, it's because of jerseys or they're going to make something outside of that. If they don't know what they're doing on social media, if they don't know how to communicate, if they're not adding value, if they're not just, they don't have a product because I don't know if they can sell a product or not. I don't think they can endorse a product. They can sell it. I bet you there's rules that it's usually based on just, something that has to do with them. I love to look at those rules. But I'm just saying to you is that you got twin women athletes that are dominating. Do you know the Kardashian girl, Kylie Jenner? Just on social media, she made like $500 million.
Yeah, but you don't think that creates a me atmosphere? Everything is about me. Oh, my social media. Oh, let me go on TikTok and do this. Me. That doesn't create teamwork. That has nothing to do with them getting on the field and performing. If you don't perform on the field, ain't nobody gonna watch none of that stuff. Nobody will watch none of it if you're not performing on the field.
I just don't think those guys are they're gonna make some. I don't know. I just think that the social media aspect of it is where some kids that are not in the popular sports are going to make their money. I mean, like I tell you, most of the top social influencers that I've seen in college have been females.
You're right, but I'm just talking about dudes. Guys are a little bit special when they're going to get jealous on the football field. Baseball field, same thing. Basketball, these guys are going to be jealous. Jealousy kicks in. Jealousy kicks in worse with a guy than with a woman. That's my opinion. Guys are going to get jealous of each other. And it's going to be a problem with any team that they're on when they have a guy he's worried about his social media.
All right, let's move on.
And keep in mind, this is only going to happen in 7 states: Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, New Mexico, and Texas. So we'll see how it goes. I like to see how it shakes out.
The only states allowing it?
Correct.
Oh, I thought it was just so. It's not the NCAA.
No, it's just states' laws that are permitting the colleges to do this. So,
really, so the NCAA has no say in it.
Correct.
All those kids and all those places. What were the names of the what were the states? You got
Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, New Mexico, and Texas.
Let's see: Florida State, Miami, University of Florida, Central Florida, South Florida. They're going to definitely benefit with those.
Florida's coming back, baby. We got more stuff to show. Alabama ain't got nothing but woods.
SEC
and Justin.
And Big 12.
SEC is going to be loaded with these guys. They're going to
As long as the Hurricanes come back, baby, and the Knowles, I'll be happy. All right.
Which one of their players did get signed somewhere? I forgot his name, but he did get signed.
All right. So Byron, here's your list.
There
right?
we go.
All right.
That's a big list.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's all 32.
All 32. You're a disaster. I gotta clean it up now.
I think up under there you have the offensive line group still.
Who? All right, go there.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So, okay, here we go. So you got the whole crew. Oh, so you got to buy the top 20. Oh, you went all 32.
All 32. Look up underneath it.
You have Tampa number 1.
Yep.
Okay. So pretty much in your mind that the QB in Tampa could be interchangeable by anybody on this list.
Anybody in the top 5 quarterbacks would have won a Super Bowl with that group of receivers.
Okay, I don't think Dak would. I don't think Josh Allen would. I don't think Ryan would. I don't think Kyler Murray would have. Justin Herbert, man. Kirk Cousins, no. Lamar Jackson, no. Matt Stafford, no. Aaron Rodgers, yes.
I forgot you're a Tom Brady fan. He can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Patrick Mahomes, yes, for sure.
I like Aaron Rodgers. If you want me to really pick who I like, okay, here are the guys I like: Brady, Mahomes,
Stafford,
Justin Herbert, Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, definitely. Russell Wilson, definitely. I used to like Ben. I just think he's too old.
yeah.
Burrows, I like.
Which, by the way, guys, Niners were close to getting Stafford too. So
I don't like. Oh, just and Deshaun Watson, and you got him last. I like Deshaun Watson
because
really.
you don't know
what's going to happen to him.
I put him back down there because you don't know where this is going into 2021. But you don't know where he's going to be, so you got to put him. You know, his group of
he get traded.
Good, so you don't know if he's going to trade it.
I think he's a great quarterback.
Or whatever.
I think something's wrong with Houston. We're gonna find out more stuff.
Yeah, internally something's going on
in the entire organization. So, all right. So you got Brady, you got Mike Evans, Godwin, Antonio Brown. I'm sorry, you do have Antonio Brown there. Why Antonio Brown? Why didn't you pick another receiver?
Because he's the third receiver on that team.
Yes.
Oh, really?
First Mike, then Chris. Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing it by the starters. You're not doing it by their best, right?
All right. Starters, whatever, 1, 2, however.
Yeah, OJ Howard. Okay, so just for the record, in the Super Bowl, Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski scored 3 touchdowns. I'm just saying.
All right, here we go again, man. Tampa Bay.
Okay, Kansas City. I don't know McCall Hartman as well. DeMarcus, I do. Travis Kelce, I think is awesome. Blake Bell, I'm not too familiar with.
He's their second tight end.
Mm-hmm. So I think, yeah.
I've never seen him play.
This is almost like the picks.
A little bit.
Bills.
But Travis needs a break.
So you got the Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
Really? Buffalo Bills, Cole Beasley. All right. What do you think, Santiago?
So this is the list of the top teams in the NFL.
No, the top
receiving
offensive receiving teams, right? So
that looks pretty much right.
Plus your quarterback, plus your tight end. So in other words, Byron, this is your list. So correct me if I'm wrong. So in other words, the top receivers, top 25 receivers may not be in the same order as the top 25 of the group.
Right.
Right. And that's where me and Byron both were agreeing with the argument of how do you have the top duos for next season?
They have like
one quarterback was in the top.
Yeah, it was a match.
Not one quarterback was in the top 5 in power rankings.
Is that you?
Yeah. What do you mean? Is that me? My thing went off. I wasn't looking at it. Someone.
You know what sticks out is the Cowboys. It's interesting how they do have a good set of receivers.
Yes, they do. And yeah, I keep saying that, but for some reason, somebody beats me upside the head every time I say it. I'm not going to mention Victor's name, but every time I say something about the Cowboys,
I don't think Dallas should be lower. I don't agree with Dallas. Tennessee.
Why would Dallas be lower? Lower than
I think
Dallas
is better than.
Which ones? Which group is better than that?
Over Dallas?
Yes.
Well, Tennessee is pretty close, but
I think Arizona's better. That as a collective group, they're better than them.
Yeah, Hopkins is like 2 wide receivers in one.
Yeah, I think they're better than him. Let's see. I think the Chargers got a good group.
Better than the Cowboys.
I think Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams, I think they're better than the Cowboys.
One receiver with three. They basically have three number ones. The Dallas Cowboys. They got three number one.
Yeah.
You could say that one guy with Green Bay is better than those three.
I just don't have any faith in Pittsburgh either. I love Mike Tomlin. I think Ben is too old.
Ben's too old, man.
What happened to his that $43 million? Did they ever lower it? What happened with that?
Yeah, I think they cut it down.
Yeah, they cut it down a lot.
Yeah, they had to. It's like, dude, you want to come back?
He had to accept it though, right?
Yeah. And he was fine with that. I think he saw reality. Hey, look, I'm not as good as I was in 2015,
Yeah, 43 million was crazy, man. I mean,
but
they cut him down to like 28, 30.
Like 27 or something in the 20s.
So Byron, like the Cowboys have no excuse winning the NFC East.
Oh, yeah.
And according to Byron says Washington. Where's Washington?
Way down there.
20th.
20.
So,
right
Byron has Washington winning the NFC.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
I guess he is. That means you're so overloaded with the defensive side that's how
that Ryan Fitzpatrick has never been to a playoff game or has never played one.
Yeah, I even threw that out there. He's in the 16 years he's been playing. Ryan Fitzpatrick has never played the playoff.
For some reason, I thought he went to with Buffalo, but I was wrong.
Never.
So let's check this out. He has the Giants and he has Dallas, right? And where's Philly? Oh, Philly's underneath.
There you go.
Giants and the Dallas ahead on an offensive scale, but he's got Washington winning the division.
Yep. Because
call it a quarterback league.
Because of their defense.
Oh my God. We're gonna see what happens here.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see. All right, let's go. This is good. And again, this all came about Byron. This is fantastic, by the way. You should Santiago, I'm going to send this to you. Can you post this?
Yes. Let me post it now because you sent it to me before and I wasn't sure what was I looking at, but now you explained it better.
Wait a second. Let me show you everything that Byron did. He did phenomenal. And this all came about because of that dumb whoever wrote that, putting the top five duos
like crazy
in the NFL.
People. That shouldn't even been there.
It was terrible. It was
bring
terrible.
It up. I think on the corner you got the offensive line too. On the other, underneath this.
All right, but I'm just going to tell them. Look, Santiago, this is the 32 teams by offensive receiving core, inclusive of tight ends. That's the first. You got it. So you can post this and break it down, like break it in pieces and break it down, right?
Absolutely.
And then he got the top 32 quarterbacks that he has by rank.
Oh, this is great.
He's ranking the quarterbacks. So look at the difference. So this is where whether we agree with his ranking or not, which I agree with probably 70, 80, 90, 85% of it. But what the argument is, you have Aaron Rodgers as the number one quarterback, right? Okay. And then we have where is he here? Then we have Aaron Rodgers at number 11. Okay, but at least he's close to the top 10. Right? You understand what I mean? You have
if he comes back.
Right, but look, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Russell Wilson. Man, you got Tom Brady at 6. You got Russell Wilson. So look,
I did that because of you.
But look at these guys. Look at this top quarterbacks, right? So this is just top quarterbacks. By the way, someone should pay Byron for their fantasy football team.
Yeah, I should get paid for this.
Because honestly, he's pretty much building a fantasy football easy roster for anybody who wants to do it. Would you agree, Santiago?
Yeah, absolutely. This is great for fantasy.
He's got everybody. I mean, because fantasy is usually on offense, right?
Yeah, offense, running backs and receivers.
Yep.
You don't have running backs on this stuff.
No, I didn't put them on there.
All right. So look at the quarterbacks he has. These quarterbacks here, which we agree, right? Patrick Mahomes, boom, 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 and even Brady at 6, and then Prescott at 8, right? So if you go to his entire unit, you have Brady at 6. Mahomes is up there. Allen's up there. Ryan is up there. Okay. And then Aaron drops down a little bit over here. But that's a closer comparison than to what that writer wrote. And I'll try to find that and bring it up. Does that make sense?
Yep.
This is more logical to me than it took us to the 13th quarterback to even find them on the list. So this is my quarterback. So let me see here. Drew Lock. Who was the guy who was on last week? Hates Drew Lock. Was that Capraro?
Yeah. That was Capraro. No, it was it Shane?
Somebody hates it. No.
Somebody was like
not many people like Drew Lock.
Oh, my fraternity brother, John. By the way, John, condolences to John. My fraternity brother, he lost his father-in-law just passed. So, man, Byron, every week we're losing something. We're getting old, man. Getting old. You got Matt Ryan, you 13, 10 in Hill, Kyler Murray at 10. Okay. Now look at so you got the top. So you got it, Santiago. The top is as a crew. The next 32 is by individual position. So these are the top wide receivers. You got it? And the next is the tight end. So now let's see of the receivers. Let me make this a little bigger. Let's just go into the receivers. All right, you guys see that a little better?
Yep.
All right. Let's go. Oh, you got offensive line. Look at that. All right.
I told you it was there, man.
Okay. All right. You left. Okay. Okay. So look at the receivers. Okay. I just want to see one. Look at Tampa's already got 2. Look at Tampa. 1, 2.
Yeah. They got 3 guys on it. Yeah, I know.
3. Oh, I'm sorry. Is Antonio Brown in the top 32?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's in the top 32, is he? Okay, wait a second. I bet you Gronkowski's over here somewhere.
He's on the tight end side, and they got.
Is he number 9? Okay, those 2 guys wouldn't have came with Aaron Rodgers. They wouldn't have came with Patrick Mahomes.
You don't
They
know
wouldn't
that.
have came. They would not have come. Okay, Stephon Diggs, yeah, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Julio Jones. Definitely look at Julio. Wow, look at Tennessee though. Where do you have Tennessee as a group? Oh, you have them up high. Okay. So you got Tennessee, you got 2 already. Titans, the Bears, Allen Robinson. Really? Is he that good?
Yes, he is.
Michael Thomas, like DK Metcalf, Chargers. I don't know. Again,
he was a rookie last year.
Ridley's good. Don't know. Kenny Holiday with the Giants is good. Amari Cooper. Look at where Dallas receivers.
They're on there somewhere.
At least one of them.
Past them.
Amari Cooper, number 19.
I did. I got one. The Jets made somebody?
Yeah, they got Corey Davis.
Okay.
26.
All right, so now let's go to tight ends. So you can tell the team, how come the Kansas City doesn't have any more receivers on?
Probably because they got Tyreek Hill as number 1. The other ones are complimentary. Yeah.
Well, then they got look at number 1 and number 1 tight ends. Wow, you picked them up. Kittle's and him. Kittle's is good too. So you got look at Kansas City has. Look at Kansas City though. They got the number 2 quarterback, number 1 receiver, and number 1 tight end. That's pretty powerful. Okay, you got Kittles, boom, Pitts. I like that kid, man. Oh, Dallas is that Dallas? Oh no, that's
Dallas Goddard.
Okay, Baltimore Ravens, Dolphins. Really, this kid's good.
Yes, he is.
Better than Gronk.
Yes,
I don't know about these guys. Zach Ertz, I like. Philly. You got 2 in Philly.
Yeah, they got 2 good tight ends.
2 good tight ends, and they're gonna be in last place.
Yeah, they'll be all right. I believe in Jalen Hurts.
Huh?
I believe in Jalen Hurts. Alabama. Go Alabama. Roll Tide for justice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The Buccaneers got a 2nd tight end on here.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, I'm sorry. They got a 3rd tight end on here. All right. So what do you think, Santiago?
I like the list. I'm definitely going to post it on the website, which is interesting to see Philadelphia, with a good tight end, but, we'll see with Hurts coming in.
Here's you got offensive line, right? So Cleveland. So if Cleveland's got a good offensive line, right? I don't know. Then I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think I like Baker Mayfield. I think he's got his good offensive line. He's got Chubb running, and then if he can get Odell under control, I think they're going to do well. Indianapolis Colts. So look at the lines. Your offensive line is kind of throwing me off a little bit.
Look at that number 3 Patriots. Interesting.
Yep. Very good offensive line.
Okay, so Tampa's got a good offensive line now.
You're a top 5. I've been saying they're top 5 offensive line. For some reason, you just don't believe it.
Kansas City's up there. Dallas. Okay, according to you, Dallas is going to run away with the NFC East. What do you think?
They're going to run away. They're going to win 9 games. 8, 9 games like everybody else. 8, 9, and whoever gets the 9 wins the division. The division stinks. We already know that.
All right, Green Bay. That's not good with Green Bay with a bad offensive line.
Let's get down to the bottom. Just skip over. Just look who's at the bottom. Just keep going. There you go. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Elephant in the room.
Wow.
And don't be messing with my boys, man. Don't be messing with my boys.
True or not true?
It's only true to. Is anybody commenting? It's only true to the newspapers. That article that we found with the quarterbacks wasn't true.
Yeah, but come on, man. Think about it. Just think about it. Andrew Thomas, awful. The guy next to him, Shane Lemieux, terrible. Nick Gates, converted tackle to center. Will Hernandez, a mess. They don't even have a right tackle. They're going to play Matt Pearl, the kid from UConn that basically had a redshirt year and played a little bit every now and then. So yes, they're the 32nd ranked offensive line until they prove it.
All right, well, we'll see. We got a little getting dark over there, huh? Lights going out.
Yeah.
Went dark pretty fast.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see Brady and Aaron Rodgers play against each other in golf with the other two?
The match has that happened yet?
Yeah, man. Aaron Rodgers was clutch in the putting, man. I'm talking about they beat him in the 6th. It was done. He just closed it. Aaron Rodgers was the man, and he was putting like a pro.
And TNT keeps asking him if he'll be back with the Packers on week 1, and he kind of brushed that question away.
Oh, so does they keep asking him if he's going to be back on Jeopardy.
Yeah, well, that too, which I'm sure he will.
Arizona does have a better collective unit. Justin Riley, Cowboys better have a defense. Well, according to Byron, you don't need it. According to Byron, the defense is more important in the NFC East.
I didn't say that. I just said
it's impossible. You got Dallas is so high on offense.
Washington has the best defense in the division. Dallas is going to be a lot better. The Giants are going to be better. The Eagles are going to be pretty much the Eagles.
He's saying Sims will be a surprise of the year. And where do you have Sims ranked? What is Sims? What's his position?
Sims.
Sims?
Sims. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I couldn't.
Justin, we don't know.
Sims.
SIMS.
Keith, is it? I'm Googling it right now. Chris Sims? No, that's from a long time ago. Cam Sims, wide receiver.
He's not even on Byron's list.
Who is he?
He's in the Washington football team.
Yeah, he's not.
I've never heard.
He's not on the list. Justin.
Either.
I just decided to control.
He must be an Alabama guy.
Yeah, he is actually. So there you go. He's underground Alabama wide receiver.
All right. So what do you think is happening on? By the way, let's get a little bit to NBA because you said you're not having NBA talk. What I tell you about Phoenix?
You're right, man. Phoenix looks hot.
Did I tell you about Chris Paul? And that's without Giannis. I thought wasn't going to play. Giannis looked good though.
Yeah, he looked good. Game time decision. Coming back from a knee extension injury, came back, but he scored 20 points. And Chris Paul had 32 points. Booker 27, 18, 22. People are saying the Suns are going to win it.
Boards.
Yeah. And plus the fans, by the way.
Huh?
And plus the fans.
Yeah. Byron, do you watch any of the NBA finals or no?
No, it was called vacation. I ain't watching none of that.
It might be a sweep. Well, maybe not.
Nah, I don't think it'll be a sweep. I think Milwaukee. They have great fans. They're not going to get them swept out, but I think they'll lose in 6. Byron, Chris Paul. You know who Chris Paul is, man. But 36 years old. He's playing. He scored 70 something points in the last 2 playoff games.
Isn't that the guy that got pushed by the other guy and then turn around and smack him? Beverly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Good memory.
Yeah, I'd have smacked that guy.
Chris smacked him.
No, I would have smacked that guy.
Yeah, but Chris is a little bit different ball player. 1 and 2, he's also like president of the
Players Union.
Players Union.
So I guess he can't smack anybody.
Yeah, he's got to be real. Yeah,
He can't do that. You got to show.
He's also a State Farm star guy, So
That's right. He is on the State Farm.
Yeah, because the other guys are jealous in the locker room because he's on State Farm and he has a brother.
The same thing's gonna happen when when the kids are getting the money in the NCAA too. But that's another story.
That's right. Yeah, that's why Chris. If you notice Harden's not in the State Farm commercials anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because Chris Paul didn't want him there now, I guess. Drake is on it. What was I going to tell you? So, yeah, Chris Paul played lights out. Aiden had 19 points. Devon Booker played lights out.
Great number
Giannis
2.
played great. Giannis had a double-double. He had more than 20 points. I think he had 27 or something like that.
He had 20 points. Middleton had 29. Brooke Lopez 17.
Hey, look, you know what? It was pretty interesting. Byron, Brooke Lopez is a little older player, right? But he's a large guy, but he's been playing lights out, right?
For a long time, too.
He's been playing a long time, but he's been playing really good in these finals. I mean, he blocked KD like a great block that was, changed the game there. And, Stephen A. Smith made a comment that I kind of agree with. He's been playing lights out. They sat him in the 4th quarter. Because all they needed something else. They had to stop. Stop what? The guy put up 30-something points the other day.
Brooke Lopez.
And they sat him. So, that coach has been under fire quite a bit on his coaching.
Coach Bud.
He's been under fire about his coaching tactics. So, I don't know. I just think that that coach they may need a better coach. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think he just got there, right?
Yeah, but he's a lot of his things that he's done has been questioned, and then this one, yeah. I
you think the Suns will go
ride or die with your players? If you know what you go, it's like Trey Young. In my opinion, Trey Young shouldn't have played. Byron Trey Young's that young superstar from Atlanta, and he got hurt in his leg, and he decided to come in the final game. Yeah, he wants to put it out. He put like 12 points. The veteran that took his place when he didn't play, Lou Williams, I'm sure you're familiar, lit it up for 20-something points. This is a veteran, dude. He knows what he's doing. He's used to playing in these games. So what good is it that you're trying to come out to play for your team? You put up 12 points.
Yeah, I agree. If the iron's hot,
Game 7, Byron.
Let it roll.
Yeah, let it roll. Yeah, with the
let it roll. What's winning? Just save. Once you lose a game, then maybe bring back Trey Young, but just let this group play it out.
And just see
they could have been closed out the game before. Trey Young wasn't playing. Their superstar of the team didn't play, and they blew out Milwaukee. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why wouldn't you play him Game 7?
Because he's your superstar. You figure that he would be able to play.
Goes back to what I said. You can compare anybody you want to compare to, but Michael Jordan is still the greatest.
And congrats to Nate McMillan for getting a contract. He's now the permanent coach for Atlanta.
Is he really?
Yeah, he was interim this past season.
How long was his contract?
4 years.
Oh, all right, good.
A lot of money.
So Byron, that was a great list. Next week we finished with that list. We got things coming up.
I'll have the running backs next week. I'll do that.
That's what I'm looking for.
All right, so look, we got to do a Jersey Sports Talk fantasy team, so that way we can pick our teams together.
What, you gonna pick Tampa? I know you're gonna pick Tampa.
I'm gonna pick players. Fantasy, I don't even know how to play.
Oh, you're gonna pick all Tampa players. How about that?
No, I'm gonna pick from the list that you have. I like
what did I tell you before?
What?
I'm gonna get a group together, and we're gonna take away your giant card because you are all over Tampa Bay now.
Man.
That
What
is,
if Tampa plays New York?
Yeah, they do.
they are playing New York. They
Who you gonna
are
root for? Who you gonna root for that day?
Giants.
So you
Giants
say
the whole way.
so you say right now. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I'm not a look. You're the one who said the Giants were going to go over. Then you said they got a lousy thing. Then you said Saquon is not as good as Zeke Elliott. Then you said, remember you were happy when they took out Eli Manning. I mean, you right. I mean, even our listeners like, who does what team is Byron rooting for? Okay, I've been a Giant all the way down, and I'm picking the Giants to win the NFC East.
But you're still a Tampa Bay fan.
You
can't have two teams. Pick one.
I always had two teams.
No, you can't have two. Pick one.
That's not true.
Pick one.
Like
Pick one.
In today's world, you have to you got to like players, coaches, you like different things. The organization of the New Orleans Patriots are like.
Come on, man. Come on. There you go. That sounds better.
And who do you like, Santiago? What's your team?
Miami Dolphins, number 10, according to Byron.
Let me tell you something. You got to really have a lot of love to love the Dolphins.
Patience. Our years will come.
We got to get him on the phone with some of our Jet friends on the phone. All right. When we wrap
this we're better than them this year.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I think Dolphins are going to be good. So,
12-4.
It's going to be an interesting division. I think that I want to see them win over the Patriots. That's for sure.
That could happen.
All righty. So we're going to start wrapping this up. Again, a good show. Prayers to my fraternity brother's father-in-law. And again, Coach Dr. Vincent Capraro. You left some great memories. I love you. I know a lot of our players loved you. You've done a lot of great things for a lot of people. He was also a fraternity brother of mine. So God rest your soul, rest in peace, and blessings to everybody that's out there. We want to end the show like we always do with the Gary Sinise Foundation.org. Freedom and security are precious gifts that we as Americans should never take for granted. We must do all we can to extend our hand in times of need to those who willingly sacrifice each day to provide that freedom and security. While we can never do enough to show gratitude to our nation's defenders, we can always do a little more. Gary Sinise. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at the Sportscast1. I'm at V Arocho. You can visit our website at thesportscast.net. Please join us next Wednesday at 8 p.m. With more guests. I'm going to get a couple of our analysts on. I believe Andre Gisbert, see if Joe Capraro comes on. Maybe our producer, Santiago, will have quite a bit of people on the show. A lot of things are happening. See what happens in the NBA. But again, don't forget, you can download our Jersey Boy Sports Talk on Apple Podcasts, as well as the Sportscast on Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate spending this time with us and making your comments. We want to say God bless. One thing I want to say about the Gary Sinise Foundation. Recently, it was just 4th of July, and that's one of the things that, I wanted to mention out for 4th of July. Think about the words he says, right? Freedom and security are precious gifts that we as Americans should never take for granted. Well, 4th of July is one of those holidays that we should never take for granted, right? Wasn't that us breaking away from, the tyranny of Britain, right?
Yep.
Nothing against the Brits, but at that time, so without that tyranny and the freedom, that's what 4th of July was about. And, during that time, we lost a lot of soldiers, right? A lot of soldiers. And, the British rule was ruthless. So just remember that, between Memorial Day, July 4th, I don't think people really realize the importance of being independent as a country. And I think July 4th meant a lot. And then you got Memorial Weekend, and now we got to have, Labor Day is Labor Day. But bottom line is we can remember our defenders all the time, and God bless them, and may they continue to do what they're doing and stay safe. So, Santiago, got any closing words?
No, great being with you guys, Byron and Victor. Awesome show, great stats. Definitely prepped up for the upcoming NFL season.
Yeah, and Byron,
I'm going back outside. It's hot down here. And, The one thing I learned about this area around here, there are plenty of veterans around here. You got the naval base over here. You got a couple army bases around here, and they're like pro-military, veterans down here big time. So that's one thing I learned, being down here, for another week or so. But they really support the veterans here in this area more than any place I've ever seen. They even have signs up where, if you're a veteran, to park here, like in some of the grocery stores. I know Lowe's already does it, Home Depot, but they're like definitely pro-military in this area.
Let me ask you a question. How many are you just there with you and your wife, or more family? Really?
Just A and B, that's it.
And they just went down there, rented a place, and just relaxing?
That's it.
That's awesome.
Don't you do the same thing at home?
No. Well, I'm like a permanent vacation. But the difference here is I can get in my spandex. I'm gonna go over to the pool. Nobody's over there.
I'm trying to understand the difference between what you're doing in Virginia and what you do at home.
It's a difference.
Doesn't Williamsburg got a lot of history there, though?
Yeah, Colonial Williamsburg. You got William and Mary colleges here. There's a bunch of stuff, in this area. But I'm just worried about sneaking over to the pool, at night, so nobody see the spandex pants. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be careful over there.
Yeah, I know.
And Virginia's a little rough. You got to be, those troopers don't mess around. So
yeah, I know.
Try to stay safe in Virginia. Virginia's one of those in between. Virginia's a great state, though.
Yep.
The only state that I drove from Jersey down to Florida, I hated going through. It's the longest state.
You did the speed limit too, didn't you?
No, we got busted.
Oh, gave you a ticket, right?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Virginia police don't mess around, and it's the longest state to go through, huh?
Virginia and Maryland don't give any breaks.
Nah, they don't.
None.
They don't really. No. But Maryland's shorter to get through, so
yeah, they don't give any breaks either.
All right. Well, enjoy yourself in the vacation. Thanks for joining. We weren't sure how his internet was going to be. So, in Santiago, thanks for filling in as well. So I was a little nervous.
Problem.
I must have invited like 17 co-hosts. I was like, yo, either case, I would have went solo. The show must go on. All right. Well, again, God bless you guys. Thank you. Looking forward to our show next week. Looking forward to the football season, to be honest with you.
2 weeks.
About
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? What? That's where they have camp?
Yep. Let me tell you a quick story. This is real quick. When after I got drafted with Minnesota and I went up there, for the preseason, for the camp, I'm just let everybody know how hard that was. The hardest thing I have ever done in my life was preseason camp in the NFL. You remember up downs?
Mm-hmm.
We started practice with up downs, and then had double session after that. So by the time we finished doing the up down, we did it for about a good 10, 15 minutes. By the time you finish doing that, your head is spinning so bad, you just want to make it over to you just want to make it to your position so where you can stop and take a break. It was awful.
And that's before guys got cut, right?
That was before we even started practicing.
I'm just saying to you, there must have been a lot of guys that were hurting at that time.
See, but you had to watch the bets. If you watch them, you could see, how they did it. The first couple of days, you're sitting there, you want to press everybody up, down, up, down. I said I was throwing up. I was a mess before practice even started.
Well, that's what makes you guys so great, right? I mean, you got to put no pain, no gain. So, all right, gentlemen, we will talk soon. Santiago, I'm sure we're going to do another NBA piece.
Let's do it.
Coming
Sounds
up.
good.
And I'm looking forward to Phoenix winning the championship.
First time ever.
All right. Peace. Good night, guys. God bless.
Good night, Santiago.
Good night, Byron. Good to see you.
All right.